The International Auto Show is coming soon, and for most people, we're here with George Sharp from Sharp BMW, most people used to come to you and say, what's under the hood, right?
Yes.
Now they want to know what's the tech? Where's my infotainment? Is it going to self-park for me?
Yes, it's so true. It's so different today, and it's so exciting when you have a chance to see these vehicles down at the auto show. But yeah, they'll come in and ask, what's the charging time? How, what's my range? And as well as what tech is inside the car, what functions, features that are available, whether safety or just pure fun.
Absolutely, and they've got both
Yes.
at BMW. So EVs really are taking off. I mean, there's no denying that this is where the industry's going.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is BMW, their approach to EVs, I think, is the best in the marketplace. You may call me biased, but I believe it. So they're strategically flexible. So all the cars that they are building for the future are going to be both EV or gas. So you can have your choice, whether if you want a fully electric or a traditional ICE vehicle.
Okay, so hybrid or electric, you got options.
Yes, you have options. Yep.
Absolutely, and we're standing next to one that, I mean, this is going to be at the show, right?
Yes, yes, it will.
What is behind us, really quickly?
Really quick. So this is the 5 Series. This is the i5. Now this is the electric version. So they offer this in gas as well, but this is our electric i5 M60 that'll be down at the show.
And you've got bells and whistles galore in these things. Now we're going to dive deeper into the tech, right?
Yes.
Because we love electric vehicles where it's at, but inside these cars is a completely new environment for customers, unlike anything they've had just 10 years ago.
It really is. It really is. And not only from the safety side of driving the vehicle, but everything surrounding your infotainment. How the consumer, how you connect with the car, whether through your mobile device or any other fashion, is there for you.
And we've got the expert to talk to about all of this cool stuff. Jeremy, let's hop into one of these cars right now and take a look. And we're going to dive into that tech right now with this i7, and it really all happens at the push of a button. And I believe Jeremy's pushing that button right now. As you can see, that's what happens with the cool tech in this i7. All 4 doors are opening behind me, aren't they? There he is. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how you doing?
That's some pretty cool tech.
That is awesome.
They're all going to close, though, right?
They will. I'll have to go and touch a button, but they all close on their own
Touch
also.
of a button, or even the brake pedal.
Yes, the brake
and all
pedal.
the doors closed. Let's talk about the great new tech that's coming into these BMWs, both electric, hybrid, and the gas ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's unlimited tech. Obviously, the i7 is the flagship of the BMW brand. It's just loaded with technology, with the automatic doors, your semi-autonomous driving, your personal assistant that you have in the car. You have somebody that helps you right there in the iDrive that basically walks you through everything that you need to. The old days of talking into the voice activation and it not understanding you, it literally learns your voice as you continue to go, and it's almost like you have a friend in the car.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to have a digital AI assistant inside the car.
Yes.
Waiting to tell us whatever we want to tell them.
Yes.
And they'll recognize our voice.
It'll recognize it, and it'll do what you tell them to do.
Yeah, that's half the battle.
Yes.
I sometimes think my AI is like a toddler at this point.
Oh,
right
for sure.
Yes. It's getting better. Well, come on. We know what sells cars. Bells and whistles sell cars,
Yes.
Jeremy.
Bells and whistles.
Let's hop in and look at some of the stuff.
Absolutely.
First thing I'm noticing is on the armrest, instead of having buttons, it looks like you have an iPhone or some digital screen.
Yeah, so you have a digital control center panel in the rear of the i7. That's part of the rear luxury lounge that's in there.
So it says climate?
Yeah, it controls climate. It controls the 31-inch theater screen.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
Say it again.
31-inch
31-inch
4K theater screen.
In the car.
In the car.
Excuse me. Oh, you gotta see this. Look at the entertainment. Wall-to-wall theater screen is waiting for you in the car. And the cool thing is, I'm assuming this folds up?
It does.
Surround sound. I feel like I'm in the cinema right now. By the way, that wasn't even as loud as it goes. This would be a game changer for parents. Right?
And a game player.
And a game player?
Yes, you can actually hook up PS5, Xbox, if your kids are back there and they want a game.
I bet that would be great also for those EV people who are worried about what to do when
sure.
you gotta wait 20 or 25 minutes for charging.
So not only it has an HDMI output so you can put your own material in, but it also has live Amazon Fire. You can stream live TV, sports, everything right inside your car as you're waiting while your car charges.
Okay, we've been waiting for stuff like this when it comes to tech inside of cars. And yes, that screen does fold up, just so you know. Let's take a look at the front.
Yep.
One thing I'm noticing on this car are these lights that look like cut gems.
Yep.
And they're green, but they can be anything I want them to be.
It is. So it's ambient lighting. There's separate modes in the car depending on the type of feel and drive that you want. You have a sport mode, you have an efficient mode, and it changes all the lighting, it changes the sound in the car. They pipe in ambient sound. BMW hired an Oscar-winning composer to create the sound because, let's face it, with BMWs, you really like the feedback from the internal combustion engine that you get. You know, that's the benefit of driving a BMW. And now we don't have an engine per se. Now they pipe in the sound to give you some instant feedback of when you're driving the car to make it really feel like you're doing something.
So not only are you controlling the lighting, you're controlling the sound, you basically got your own little multimedia universe that you have complete control over.
Correct.
With that digital assistant in there as well, by the way.
And you mentioned this is actually real Swarovski crystal throughout the car.
Didn't mention that. Real Swarovski crystals.
So Swarovski crystal throughout your bar, your interactive bar is what they call it, your iDrive dial, your start button, your lever to control it. Everything is Swarovski crystal. It's called BMW Glass Controls. Just a nice little touch.
And he did mention that these doors will close. You said it's the touch of a brake pedal?
The driver door will touch with a brake pedal. One press of the automated door buttons, I can open and close all four doors.
I gotta try it now, right?
Yep.
But before I close the door, talk a little bit about this screen. They seem to be getting bigger.
They are getting bigger. You have a 2.1 and a 14.9 dual display, curved display, all touch screen. So you have one for your driver information in front of your steering wheel. You have a second one that controls all of your HVAC, all of your music, all of your phones, your nav system, and your personal assistant.
Oh my goodness. If you were looking for tech, the auto show, the Michigan International Auto Show, stop first at the Sharp collection because they're going to have all of the coolest tools and tech you want in your car. I'm going to try and hit this brake pedal, see if it works. See you at the show. And wherever you find cars like that is where you're going to find me at the International Auto Show. Oh, that cool tech. The show starts today down at DeVos Place at 11 this morning. It runs through Sunday. Adults only $12. Kids 6 to 14 are $5, and 5 and under are free. If you want to learn more, just go to grautoshow.com. We'll be right back.